Ah! Ah! Gorilla Geek, thanks for that tier 1 subby.
You're not muted. Sorry.
Oh, no, I'm
Muted, so
oh,
I was just heard
you
so
had it
many
open.
noises.
Gorilla Geek, thanks for that tier 1 subby. Thanks for the 35 months. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. They're gonna get you. Actually, I had an apple today, and now I'm eating a chocolate truffle. Thanks, Nick.
Balance.
Nick has a penchant for making sweets for his friends and fam around the holidays and then shipping them out. So he made truffles, but I haven't been home to eat them, so I'm eating them now. Or one of them. They're very good. They're like fudge covered in white chocolate and other chocolate. Oh, hi, everybody. So, today, we're going to clean Santa's workshop. Because I didn't really get a stream over Christmas. So, it's Christmas now. Because I said so. And what do we do when I say so? It's fucking Christmas. Wait, is it a minute in? Uh-oh. Well, time to bleep that.
Well, no, because it's, as long as it's 30 seconds.
Oh, great. Okay, we're fine.
Pretty sure.
Holiday truffles for the holiday map. That works. It does work, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. You can't start yet, though, because I gotta finish this truffle.
Well, I wasn't going to anyways, because I always ask what you want to clean first.
Oh, there's a lot.
I will leave the things you want to do alone. There is a lot of annoying crevices in this level, just FYI, so...
That's good to know. I feel like the way that you said that, though, is it sounds like a Julia problem.
No, I know, that's why I'm telling you, like, you know, if things don't necessarily ding... Oh, I still have my... Oh, it remembered that I had my long attachment.
Yes, it did. Ah!
Didn't mean to do that. Sorry, wrong button.
Oh my god. Did you clean anything? Are we ruined?
No, I'm pretty
Is the
sure
whole map over?
No, I'm pretty sure I just sprayed you in the face.
In the spirit of Christmas, of post-Christmas, Caitlyn will give back all her presents. You know? You can have those dish towels my mom gave me. You could have them, I guess. If you really want them. My mom might be sad. But I think she will understand, you know? What did you all do for Christmas? We didn't talk over Christmas or New Year's. Maybe we'll have a New Year's stream too. Like after the fact. Finally,
but there's no New Year's map. There's only the Christmas map.
That's fine.
What are we gonna do for New Year's?
Well, it's Year of the Dragon, so I'll play something dragon themed.
Yakuza?
So. Oh my god. Whoa.
Technically, Yakuza games are Christmas games because they always take place around Christmas.
Do they?
Yeah, it's always December.
Is that like Die Hard of video games?
I guess. There's even... I think it might be 4 where you... It's literally Christmas and one of the characters you play as, you can put a Santa outfit on him.
I would like that. But I did also see someone say play Spyro. And...
You haven't done that in a long time.
I haven't played Spyro in a really long time. I remember that out of spite when I turned on my PS2 a very long time ago. I was like, you know what? I'm going to see what I did in Spyro, and then I'm going to, like, go play it and see how it went. And I was at the final boss, and I beat it first try. And I was so mad, because I was, like, upset with myself that I had no idea how to beat it. But it was fine, because then I realized that I'm an adult, and my dexterity is probably a little better now than when I was a child. Was I a Spyro fan or a Crash fan? I was both and hardcore. When my parents were driving down the road, I would like instinctively press R1 on a controller I wasn't holding so we could like hop over the hill for Crash Team Racing.
Do you ever have the problem with the video game lean?
Video game lean?
Yeah. Or like when you're playing driving games and stuff, you're like leaning to turn.
Oh
physically.
no, yeah. Yeah, I did do that. Oh no, this room is gonna be beautiful.
This map is pretty large. So, is there anything specific you want to clean?
I want to
Just
clean the
like all
candy
these.
canes.
Okay.
I want to
There's
clean the
all these
candy
little.
canes and the little costumes.
Okay. There's all these little desks, and there's this pile of presents. Each present, of course, is its own individual thing, and all the lights on the tree are an individual thing. And
That sounds like something that you're dreading, but
no, I'm just saying, like if you do it right, it makes for some sweet dingage.
oh, then maybe I do want to do the lights or maybe the presents. I'll do the presents.
Start with the walls and the ceiling. I'll start with the ceiling because
Excuse
that's
me.
really large and annoying, and then you can decide on other objects.
That's fair. I appreciate your candor. I just wanted to use that word. I think it's appropriate though.
Is that an appropriate word for this situation?
I don't know. Can someone look up candor and post it in chat? That would help.
I don't think that's the correct word.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's still fine. Oh, gee, Caitlyn, I was all Spyro. Hi, Zallard. I like your
Hi,
dude
Zallard.
guy. Blah, blah, blah. I visited my BF for Christmas and our anniversary after New Year's. We just hung out, we're cute, and squeezed his dog. That sounds great. That sounds wholesome. I hope it was exactly that the whole time. I just
Ominous.
no. What? What do you mean?
Like, I hope it was that the whole time.
Well, I don't know. It's the holidays. Things can happen. Like, you know, things can occur.
Yeah?
International dramas.
Yeah?
Crime.
Crime!
Families can say off-color political statements, you know? A lot can happen.
That's for any holiday, though.
I know, that's why I said I hope it was that way the whole
Family
time. I hope that's what I was saying, you know? Everyone did get sick. Well,
Oh no!
see? That's why I said it. That's why I was like, I hope it stays that way the whole time. And then people got sick. I love how dark and dreary they made this room so that you can really lighten it up. Oh, Jordan Goodwin. Oh my god. Thanks for the tier 1 sub. Happy 32 months! Thank you for being a bosom buddy and supporting all the things and the stuff. I appreciate you. I truly am trying my darndest to keep up with a real stream schedule, as Julia knows, as I flounder daily.
I mean, again, it's hard because the things that end up happening are not in your control whatsoever.
Not even a little boot.
If you had full control of your schedule, things would be smooth as butter because
Oh my god.
you are meticulous as hell.
Well, I try to be. I'm not always.
You are.
Let's be
it's
real.
Just, again, the chaos of your life around you does not allow.
Not often. It's kind of like when I was playing Civilization. If I could just be left alone and there were no warring countries trying to ruin everything I've ever done in my life, then we'd probably be okay. But the invaders come and then I have to worry about that too.
Like how you said probably.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You would probably be okay.
What do you mean?
That's like you're implying on your own that even leaving it up to just leaving you alone to your own devices would still somehow cause problems.
You know, I never say that there's always a chance, you know?
It's true, there's no such thing as absolutes.
There truly are no absolutes. You can think that something is rock solid, and then it's not. So you just gotta roll with them little punchos, you know? Where? Which one of you? I'm gonna come back later and find out that these little hats and sweaters that I was so excited about cleaning are not actually clean.
Dang
And
it,
it's gonna get me all miffy.
My
Huh?
controller is is all messed up because I was playing a different game not too long before this, and I keep pushing buttons trying to do those controls, and it's all wrong.
Thank you for the stretch. My arms, I had arm day yesterday, and when I lay down on the ground, my arms literally couldn't touch the ground because they were so tight. It was like wings forward. And thank you for the hydrate, Blaze. I am drinking it's PG Tips with some oat cookie oatmeal cookie creamer, but it's oat milk. And it's very good.
Did I tell you about? Again, I'm not always meaning to like talk crap on my brother, but like there was one time he had bought these like oat milk ice cream bars.
Oh no.
And then he was like just really mad that they just tasted like oatmeal, and I was like, what did you think they were going to taste like? It's
like
oat milk.
Normal ice cream? Did he think that that's what was...
I don't know. But I was just like, it's... You know you bought it because you wanted to try it because it said oat, and you're mad that it tastes like oat.
Oat. But isn't that... What
I
that...
don't know. I don't know. I don't know what goes on in his brain.
What do you mean, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, never mind. That was about schedules and life and time and stuff. It's a Caitlyn, get your spray on. I'm alert and occasionally interrupt absurd comments. Love it. Have a good one, Toasty. We'll see you around the comment section of chat.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Punch the rolls. My cat's using a battery pack as a pillow and a heater. Oh, nice. I mean, they are toasty.
They're quite warm.
They are quite warm. I'm gonna look back at this entryway and be like, yeah, I did that. Do you ever clean a room and then just sit in it for a while just to bask in the fact that you did it?
No.
What? What do you mean, no?
It's exhausting.
What? Just sit and bask?
No, well, to clean.
Oh. But if you did, would you not?
No.
What? Why?
I don't know.
Chat, come on now.
I was tired.
Well, yeah, we're all tired.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, after you clean, like, I'm just exhausted.
You just go to bed? Oh, I unplugged my headset.
No, it's just, I don't know, there's no particular reveling in it. It's just like, fucking finally, it's over. Goodbye.
Wow. I'm shocked.
Which is, it's gonna sound absurd because I play games that are about cleaning things, and that feels really good, but cleaning in IRL is terrible. It's a literal, like, almost torture trying to go through it.
What?
Yeah, I can't
But it's so
stand it.
nice.
It's not. It's horrible. Everything is annoying, and, like, it just doesn't feel good.
Wow. You're blowing my mind. I love getting, like, in the headspace to clean everything up and put it all where I want and get rid of things I don't need and rehome the things I don't need, and...
That's just... that kind of thinking just makes me stressed and overwhelmed.
What?
Yeah.
How? I want to understand your brain. It should be studied for science.
Yeah, see, Bun gets it. It's effort. It's effort.
It is effort.
So much effort.
But the after effect is so nice.
No, you're just exhausted afterwards.
It's so good. I always
You had to just, like, push yourself the whole time to just, like, force yourself to do it.
Well, yeah. But then it's done. And then you're like, man, I don't have to worry about this, like, again, for a long time.
That's not true.
What?
Things
What?
get messy, like, immediately after.
Like tiny dust balls, but that's...
No, like, I'm so pro... Like, if there's an empty surface, stuff will get piled up there.
Oh my god. Oh no. Listen, I'm a stacker too. I get lots of stacks going. But decimating those stacks makes me feel awesome. Like a god.
And also too, and then I confuse myself because then I've moved stuff, and then I don't remember where I've moved stuff because I'm used to stuff being always in the same piles.
Wow. Different way of life. Different brain.
Different brain.
We all have our brain ways of doing things.
Our brain ways of doing things?
Yeah. You know? I don't mind a bit of mess, but like, I'm the type of person who, if dishes have been there like more than 2-3 days, I start getting a little woobly about it.
Beep.
Huh?
Woobly?
Woobly. Like, I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. But, if I can, I don't know, every task feels very daunting. But I've also been specifically working on trying to not let things feel as daunting over the last, like, 5 years. Because before, absolutely, like, cleaning my room and all that stuff was just, like, so much. And it takes the whole freaking life out of you. But I don't know, it's kind of changed over the last couple years, because now it's like, oh yeah, let's do this. And then I like put on music, and it's like a thing, and I have a cup of tea, and I'll take a break every now and again. And then when I'm done, I just like sit at it, and I'm like, yeah, this is clean. I don't know.
I wish it was like that.
It took me a long time to get to that, I will say. There was many a stress and a struggle to get to that point. But now it's like the best. Does it still get messy? Absolutely. But I think for me it's just a matter of having the time to actually do something about it anymore.
True.
I would like to deep haul clean everything. But time. Ugh. This one is very satisfying, as I knew it would be, but, like,
Yeah.
extra. Yes. Extra. Okay, but Caitlyn, if I take a break in the middle of cleaning, I cannot continue. Oh, when I say a break, I don't mean, like, I take a fiver, because I will be the same. I cannot stop. I just, like, take a sip and stand there and kind of reassess and prioritize what should I clean next. Like, I get a little, like a path going of what's the most effective, like, next steps kind of a thing, you know?
I can't stop or I'll start crying.
Start crying?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because it's so overwhelming.
Wow.
So then if I stop, then I'll start thinking about how much I don't want to keep doing it, and then I'm just frustrated because I have to keep doing it because I've already started.
Oh my gosh. Kiraguya, thank you for the tier 1 subscribe. Thank you for 38 months. How do I prioritize? I haven't been able to figure that out. So that's the fun thing. It's different for everybody, so that answer can only be answered by you. Julia knows that I have lists. Oh, the lists I have.
Yeah.
I have been developing my lists over a very long time. You know what? Maybe one day I will make a video about my list processes. Because there are literally books on how to do the type of crap that I do. I have discovered in talking to people about my list and prioritization stuff. But doing things priority-wise is like, what's gonna affect me? Every little task is like something that you're tolerating, right? So everything in your house, like a piece of tape on the wall that you know shouldn't be there. It doesn't bother you a ton, but you know it shouldn't be there. That's a toleration. Something you tolerate. It's fine that it's there. Should it be there? No. Should you do something about it? Probably. but like, you know, mental bandwidth of dealing with something right away and seeing every other thing that you're tolerating and have to deal with right away is too much. So you write a list of 100 things that you're tolerating. It can be a piece of tape on the wall. It can be the fact that your Gmail is at 62,000 unread emails.
How do you do? I don't understand people who don't read their emails right away.
That's me, Julia. I don't
get
know
it.
how many emails, tens of thousands of them, and I don't know how I'll ever get over it. But that's something I tolerate because it both doesn't necessarily bother me, but it does. So you write out this list of like 100 things, and then basically, slowly but surely, you handle the things that you don't mind tackling first, and then slowly but surely over time, the bigger things that you really don't want to deal with, you break it down into even smaller bites until you can tolerate dealing with the thing and getting rid of it. So I think I have gone through... I think I've made toleration lists like 6 times, because I'll tear through like 25 of them, and then if it looks like I've destroyed a lot of them, then for whatever reason I have to make a new one, because that's how my brain works, I guess, every like 6 months or so. Yeah, in time you kind of figure out what you don't want to tolerate and what you need to get done. And I'm still not fully explaining this very well. But that's because I'm playing Power Wash Simulator, and it's taking up a lot of my brain space. But basically, you have to just, like, figure out the things that you don't want to do, break them into small enough pieces that you can handle them, and then slowly start tackling them until they stop feeling so overwhelming, and you can tackle more of them more often. This is the best way that I can explain it. Because I used to be horrible with keeping up with everything. Like, I would leave emails completely, like, unanswered for weeks and or months at a time until, like, an opportunity had passed me by. I would leave my dishes in the sink for weeks. I would leave my laundry for weeks and then run out of clothes. I would, I'd have a nail in my tire in my car and not deal with it until it became a huge problem and I had to deal with it. But everything just felt way too overwhelming. So I ended up having to, like, really break it down and figure out how can I approach each one of these things so that they don't feel like I'm going to get crushed by the weight of how big they feel. Because it was really, really hard. Really hard to start and really hard to keep going because it is literally fighting, especially when you have mental health issues. Because boy howdy do I, and it has been a struggle to fight them. But I will say that things have gotten easier.
Like, teaching yourself to get into a new habit is hard.
Oh my god, it's so hard. It's so hard.
Just like in general, you know?
Yes. But there were many times that I would go home from a very long day at work and know that I needed to do the dishes, because if I didn't do the dishes that night, then I would wake up and not have my dishes to make my breakfast in the morning. So I would literally just cry and do my dishes at like 1 in the morning, because that's when I got home from work and I needed to do them before I went to bed. Julia's heard that story before.
But whole dish talk before.
Oh, yes.
As like metaphor.
Yes.
Many times.
Yes, many a times I have used the crying and doing your dishes at 1 in the morning.
Like, I have to do the dishes right now, even though it's gonna make me cry, because if I don't do it now, they're still there, so I just gotta deal with it.
Yeah. So sometimes you just cry and do the dishes. Or you cry and vacuum. Or you cry and do your laundry. And, in time you have less tasks to handle, and in time it feels less overwhelming to handle all of the tasks. But you don't have to do all of them at once. It's just a matter of still tackling them slowly. Yeah. I don't know. But I know it's hard to find the motivation to do that, so it's like, it's just gonna be hard. That's all. I get what you're saying. Work on things a piece at a time rather than all at once. Yes, but the problem for me initially was that they weren't different pieces. It was all of it all at once, and my brain didn't know how to separate them out, which is why I had to write them out. Because I didn't know how to make them small. They were all big and all one chunk. Which is often what makes it feel overwhelming, because even individual tasks felt like giant tasks, even though they weren't. But we all have our things. Like, Julia has no unread emails ever, and I have like 40,000 or more.
That is,
Probably
like, I
more.
don't... How do you know that you're not being alerted to something important?
I don't.
How are you okay with that?
Yep. You just are. I mean, it's the same thing about, you know, I'm sure you have things at home that, like, you're fine with leaving it there, and I'm like, oh my god, how can you be okay with that? And you're like, I don't know, I just am.
It's not a life or death situation.
Well, I skim them. Like, Gmail auto sorts them to an extent. So, and a lot of them are like press things from when I was a journalist, and they don't really send me anything that's going to be life or death, and I don't sign up for anything that wouldn't be life or death with those email accounts, so probably fine. And if it's not, then whoops. What are you gonna do? I have things in places. It's like your piles. You're like, I know where my piles are, so I'm not worried about what's in those piles, because I know that the important things are in this pile, and that's where they live. Toleration, baby! That's right. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know the self-help books I have read. The podcasts I have listened to. It is a lengthy amount. Or you just throw away all your dishes and start over again.
A lot of people just have only use disposable dishes.
Wow.
But that's money, so...
That's, yeah. I'd feel uncomfy doing that. Just from, like, having to throw that many things away.
My secret is I use the same bowl and the same plate over and over again.
Without washing it?
Well, I at least, like, rinse it until it's clean.
Okay, so you've got, like, some kind of a washing situation happening. Sort of. Sort of.
And even then, like, it depends on, like, what was in it previously. Like, if there's not food bits still in it, it doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
Because it's just me feeding myself.
Right.
You know?
You're not, like, handing this plate to a toddler.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get sick from my own cooties,
yes.
You know? Yeah, that helps, because I am so bad about doing dishes regularly, which is bad because I cook a lot. So, like, eventually I do end up with piles and piles of dishes because I use, like, a bunch of pans and pots. But I don't have many pans and pots, so eventually it's just like, well...
It's time.
I have to do something because I don't have any more frying pans.
Yep. I get you. I think the email feels worse because you can see the number. Absolutely. But it also, like, so many of them are non-essential, like, emails. It's a lot of promotional things and press packets and things that I do not in any way, shape, or form need. They're not related.
Delete it!
Well, yeah, but there's literally tens of thousands of them now, so that's gonna take forever.
Select all, delete.
Oh my god. No. No.
Kid Anime 98 says, what did you get for Christmas?
I don't even remember.
Caitlyn!
I really don't. I don't recall. Everything has moved so fast since I got back in the States that I barely even recall the new year. I remember that I ate osechi and drank
You sent me
ososo.
pictures. I was so jealous.
It was very good, but I don't recall what I got for Christmas at all. How do you deal with mental health issues? Well, that's a not really
Well, it depends on what they are.
well, that's also not a straightforward thing that you can just answer because
Right.
it's different for everybody. Yeah, there's like the question of, okay, well, what are you dealing with? But it's also like, I don't know you, I don't know what you deal with. But for me, I've had to, over the last, what, at least 15 years, probably more than that. Oh, I guess like 20. Yeah, over the last 20 years, I've had to like develop coping mechanisms and ways to kind of hack my brain. If I know that I struggle with getting overstimulated, I have to make sure that I'm really paying attention to like what sets me off and avoiding it or having kind of fail safes if something happens. And like I need to journal every day or my brain has too many thoughts and then I spiral and then I'm not productive anymore. And I need to sing and be creative so that those thoughts can go somewhere and be useful rather than jumbling around in my head and distracting me. So, and that goes down to like food and stuff too. I really have to know who I am and how I work, or I don't work
And what
very
works
well.
for you in terms of mitigation?
Hmm?
And what works for you in terms of mitigation?
Is that a question, or are you following up?
No, I'm saying like another thing is how
Oh.
you is knowing what actually works for you in terms
Yes.
of mitigation.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it can take a really long time to figure it out. And like I have dietary issues that directly affect how I feel and how I function.
And a lot of that stuff you only just learned within the last year or two.
It's true, but it's night and day. Like my quality of life has improved so much since I cut out gluten and I eat a lot less dairy than I used to. And I can't tell you how much better I feel. And I'm doing a lot of like training, and I'm working with like physical therapists right now because I have a lot of problems with my body. So there's like a lot that I've really worked really hard on, and it all of it has helped tremendously. But it is a lot of work to do all of that and also pursue the goes the internet. Dink. Man, imagine having enough money for insurance, right? Wouldn't that be awesome? Plus you're a woman, so your period. I don't even know. Are we live? Did it drop?
No, your stream's
Okay,
still on.
great. Very helpful. Plus you're a woman, so your period. Oh yeah, that also sucks. Nope. It was not your you thought it was your internet that my game went down? No. Brain has too many thoughts is a constant. Yeah, well that's why I write every morning. I literally like I set a timer and well in the beginning I set a timer and I'll do 30 minutes or I'll write 3 pages. Stream of consciousness. Like one of the first things I do when I get up. And that really helps me get my thoughts out so that I don't feel so overwhelmed constantly by it. Oh wow, it already looks way better in here. Boop. All right, is it back? Is it back? Whoa.
Weird. Well, there you are.
Yeah, I did.
45% already.
I know. Hello, Ian. I am still
That
here.
was
Okay,
really
good.
fast.
What do you mean? What was really fast? Oh, that we were getting through this?
Yeah.
Well, it's because I'm actually, like, trying to do all the pieces before I run away to the next part.
Well, also too, like, there's 2 of us, and like, I'm not kidding. When I played this level solo, it took me like almost the whole day by myself.
Oh my god! No! 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 No!
Oh my god, 1.438 megabytes.
Wow.
I'm gonna sit here for
All
a
right.
while.
Well, we'll see you in a bit.
Gotta download this dirt.
You gotta get the dirt. You gotta get the dirt on them. The journaling thing is awesome. I'm happy that you have some Crunchyroll kid anime. I did get Super Mario Wonder. I have been playing it off stream. I kind of wanted that to be for myself because I knew I was gonna get a little emotional when I played, and I did. So that some moments are just for me. Sorry. I'll share more with y'all, but not that one.
Nobody's entitled to your experiences.
I know. But, and like, you know how it is. You'll like be like, I should really play that on stream. And then you end up not playing it. And I was worried that I was going to do that with that game. And I really wanted to play it. So I didn't wait. So sorry.
Fine. Okay, here we go. Well, I'm back.
All these letters from children. It's after Christmas and he left them in here unread.
I mean, did you see the state of this room?
It's pretty bad, to be fair. I didn't read into the lore, so I don't know what happened, but I'm sure it was...
That's not new information, though, Caitlyn.
I know. I'm not saying that's new information for anyone here. I'm just saying I don't know what's going on because I didn't read anything.
I will say, and again, like, I feel weird every time I have, like, criticisms for every Power Wash map because it's just like a goofy little whatever and nothing actually really matters. But, like, this is the first, not a particular theme level, like, based on a existing franchise. It's just something that they made up for funsies where I, like, had mixed feelings on it.
Why?
Because it's, like, it's a big map, so that's always nice.
Uh-huh.
Because some of the maps do always kind of feel, like, too fast. But there was a lot about this map that was, like, irritating. So it's like, I don't know how quickly they rushed to get this done before the holidays. Because there are some crevices where it's like trying to get a specific part of the wall behind an ornament or a present so that you can finish cleaning that piece so that it'll ding. Like, there's just no good angle to get in there.
Oh no.
So it's just me, like, frantically, like, trying to squeeze my face
Oh my god.
into, like, the barrier and, like, figure out a way to, like, spray just enough to clean just enough where it'll just automatically ding it for me.
Oh wow. Woof.
And so that was also part of, like, the time-consuming part of it, not just that it was a bigger map. But then also, like, the lore of it, of the text messages, was also just like, what am I reading right now? This is so weird.
I don't have any criticisms about the lore.
I mean, you barely know the lore in general.
I know, that's why I don't have any criticisms for it. You know? Like, as far as I can tell, they did a great job.
Well, and that's the thing, is, like, not that it doesn't matter, because that's still work that they put effort into, but, like, in the overall scheme of things, the more important thing is the enjoyment of the actual map itself, so...
Yeah. As long as you're having a good time, that's what matters. Which,
having a
always.
good time.
In Christmas land, always. Caitlyn, you could read the lore and you still wouldn't know what's going on. Honestly, probably. I'd probably forget it. I'd be like, wait, what are we...
I told you the main story lore and you had no idea what was going on. So.
There was a pyramid, a volcano, the water guy. Cats were important. I think.
Okay, so you actually remember a decent chunk.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Of course, yes. Of
You don't
course
know what
I...
any of it means, but you know all the elements.
No, I don't. But was I mean, do I really do I really need to know? No, you know? I feel like the answer is no.
We'll find out.
I feel like it's fine. I feel like it's fine. I feel like no one's really worried about it, so... Chat's not worried about it, right? Chat's not worried. You're not worried. That journaling. Oh, yeah, yeah. Maybe I should do, like a mental health video at some point of just like, here's some stuff I do. You can use it if you want. If you don't, that's fine, whatever. Everybody's different.
Like, you know, just to give people ideas, because, you know, again, some people just might not even think of certain methods or mechanisms or whatever, you know.
Well, yeah.
I'll be like, well, I'll give it a try and see what happens.
I mean,
if nothing happens, cool, and if it works, even better.
Yes. The amount of research that I have put into, like, why do I procrastinate on things and why do things feel so big and so hard and this and that, like, I have been researching this stuff for literally years. I listen to podcasts, I read books on it, I've gone through, like, you know, programs for this and that, workbook things and stuff. So I only know what I'm talking about as far as what I've researched, but that doesn't make me a professional. So take all my advice with a grain of salt. I can only hope that what I have learned has could potentially help someone else deal with the same things that I was fighting also. I'm never gonna get this ball clean. Am I? This ball.
Oh, are you already experiencing what I was telling you about?
Yeah, it's this blue ball in the corner. I'm like, I don't know what to do with you.
It's so annoying!
So,
like, why?
I'm
it's
just...
Everything is perfectly at an angle where you can't get the back underside of it. And it's
oh,
like,
yeah.
Why? Why have
That's
you
like,
done this?
I don't know why they did that, but I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'll come back later. When it's like the last thing I have to care about.
It's like, don't worry, we'll get to it when
oh,
we
yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's literally the last thing to do.
When I'm done with everything else and can get a little salty at it later, I will do that. But right now, I don't want to feel any emotion about it. See, I can tolerate that existing. So I'm just going to go, you know what? There are other tasks that are not as obnoxious as I know that one will be, and I'm going to clear out the other ones first and then handle that one. Julia's like, you mean I'm going to go in there and do it before you realize that it's a thing
like,
again?
It's like, you tolerate it, but I cannot.
It's true. Well, you know.
It's funny, like, and this is why I feel like we are good power washers together, because you get to go and do all the fun things that you want without worry, and my method is I know that I'll forget what objects I haven't cleaned if I walk away from them without it digging.
Oh my god, Dust Ninja Kenji.
So I just do it until it dings, no
oh my
matter
god.
how long it takes.
So I just leave tons of presents for you, is what you're telling me. I'm leaving you literal presents that you're like, oh, this is mostly dinged, but not.
I wouldn't have agreed to play this game with you
if it wasn't fun.
If it wasn't
in some way, shape, or form
expected, and something I was prepared for and wouldn't enjoy.
I love how you're like, fun is not the first thing you say, but you know, you're like, you expected.
Well, because let's be honest, that little crevice trying to get that one spot on that ornament ball, it's not fun. It's not fun.
It's not. But you also know that, like, you could leave it if you didn't want to handle it. I would still go back and do it.
I can't leave it. I can't.
I know. But I'm saying I left it and I can come back. But if you want to do it before I come back to it, that's fine. You do you.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will see what happens.
Because I'm also struggling. Another thing that irritated me Okay, so basically the synopsis of the lore is something exploded in this room. That's why everything is covered with soot and paint.
Oh no.
Or it might be ice cream, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But it makes no sense to me because, okay, there are like these bunting banners in various places on the wall. even behind the bunting banners, it's grime on the wall.
Oh.
But the bunting is so close to the wall. It's like, how do you
How
want
did
me
you
to...
get there?
How
How
do you
did
want
you
me
get
to
that
spray
there?
underneath that? Hello? So if you
Hello?
see me, like squishing along the wall here like a freak.
Oh, you cut out the moment you started to say that.
Oh.
Like a
Hello?
free, and then you stopped. I was like, wow, okay. Guess that's what happens when you go along the wall.
Yeah, so trying to clean the wall behind the bunting, and it's really... And how did it even get dirty behind the bunting in the first place if it's nearly flush with the wall?
That's a great question.
So you're having fun with the Christmas tree.
I'm having a great time. Will I probably leave something undinged? Probably so.
That's fine. That's my job.
It's usually like mostly done. So when Julia comes over, it's like an easier ding to accomplish, and she probably already knows where I missed. So
Well,
it's like
that's the thing,
it's
like-
just like Sherlock Holmes, like where did you leave the dirt? And I'm like, oh, I don't actually know. And then she has to solve the crime of the grime.
But it's not, again, it's not... I always come
Crime.
prepared. I played these levels multiple times before
Mhm,
we've
mhm.
even gotten to it together.
Uh-huh.
So, like, if you didn't get a ding on something, I probably know why, because it's some frustrating little edge that is, like, impossible to cram your washer into.
That's such a violent sentence.
Literally, if this was, like, reality, and we weren't allowed to move the objects in the room, and we just had to rely on how it is in the game, where you just have to smash your body against the wall and hope that you can get in there, then yeah.
If
I
this
would
was-
literally be pressing myself as hard as I can against the wall, crying.
If
in
this was
frustration.
reality, I don't think we'd be power washing inside of a room.
Really?
Yes.
I think I would anyways.
What? Why would you do this?
I don't know, like, why would they hire me to do it if they weren't expecting water to be all over the place? That's their fault, not mine.
Wow.
I'm just here to get paid and do a job.
Wow. Bold. You're bold. That's some bold behavior there, Missy.
Did you? Oh my god, that reminds me. There's this one Instagram reel. There are these two guys. I can't remember the handle name. It's something like Stoner or something, or I don't remember. But he always is like my stoner husband or something like
Oh
that.
my lord.
And there's one where for once it wasn't the guy that he always calls his stoner husband, it was the other one. And they were cracking up and he's like, what did you do? Tell. And so apparently what had happened is they've gotten like their first house or whatever, and they're like, okay, like, we know it's a thing, like, homeowners, like, you have to hire gutter cleaners to clean your gutters.
Uh-huh.
So they called up this company, hired these guys to come, scheduled a date and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
So the day arrives, the guys show up, and they're just kind of standing there awkwardly, and they're like, so you don't have any gutters
Are
on
you
your
kidding me?
house."
Why did they hire them?
Because they didn't even look, they were just like, well, homeowners, you have to make sure your gutters get
Oh
clean,
my
so let's just call the
God.
gutter cleaner.
So they hired, what did they,
They hired these gutter cleaners, and these poor guys showed up, and they were just had to awkwardly explain that there was nothing for them to do because the house didn't have any gutters.
so, but they would have to pay them still, right? Because they came
I don't know what
out.
happened. I
Oh
don't know
my
what happened
God.
in the aftermath because it was just the other husband laughing and making fun that the other one actually made a mistake this time.
Wow. That's like big brain mess up, you know?
It was really funny.
You gotta, like,
that
go out
guy
of your
in
way
general
for
is
that.
Super hilarious.
Wow. Wow. Huh. Interesting.
So again, you know, hey, it happens. It's,
I wa-
you know.
Justin J, I want to see an anime rom-com titled My Life with My Stoner Husband. It's like Way of the House Husband.
Oh my god, I want more of that so badly.
Oh my god.
I love it.
I really like that show.
my favorite.
Laura posted great in the English dub. Shout out to the bestie. I just like that show a lot.
It's really good. And I'm mad that people got mad that it wasn't an anime, quote unquote, but that wasn't, like, that was 100% Netflix's fault for advertising it as an anime.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like, in Japan or whatever, it was, like, specifically mentioned that it's a motion comic.
Yes.
Which is different.
It's very different from well, it's still animated, so it falls under that category, but
it's not what people expect when they hear anime.
Right. They're expecting fully animated, since that's what that means. Can we agree that he is peak husband material? Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like it would be my luck to end up with either someone in the Yakuza or, like, a prince. Like, that's my barometer. It's probably one of the two. I don't know. I feel like that's appropriate, right, Julia?
You cut out.
Oh no!
I'm gone.
Goodbye. Well, tried our best. We're back already. 63%. Look at us go. Did I cut out for realsies? Am I back? Are we back? Did we ever leave?
I mean, on Discord you cut out, not your stream cut out.
It booted me out of the game.
Yeah, I know, but your stream's still going.
Oh. Oh my god. What a time, what a life, you know?
I have to download all that dirt again.
Power wash killed me again. No in-between? What's an in-between? Oh.
Between
like...
a Yakuza and a prince.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I do feel that's what would happen, though, right? Would I not? Would it?
Don't ask me.
Or like a duke. Probably a duke. Not like a full-on prince. That would be too much. Wow, look at this room. We are really close to being done already.
Let me in!
Oh, sorry. You're literally that guy. What is it, Eric Andre?
Yeah. Every time.
Julie, we put the sugar under lock and key. We're doing it for your own good.
Don't challenge me. I'll get it.
I know. Don't. Please don't. Please don't do it. It's not a challenge. It's just a sad request.
This is the part where I talk about how I know how to pick locks really well because I used to do it after school every day because waiting for the bus to go home was literally hours standing at the bus stop because it was so crowded of people. So I would just go wander around instead, and then I made friends with, actually found out she lives only 5 blocks away from me. This girl who worked at the spy shop.
Oh my god. That tracks
like,
for you.
I would just hang out there after school for like whatever couple hours until like I knew the crowd died down enough for me to actually go home.
That tracks. That sounds like a Julia thing. Really does.
Why is there more dirt to download?
Why? Because
unable to connect a host.
It just kicked me out of my own game again. What did I do? I can't wait to see Caitlyn Elizabeth's Princess Diaries. And you find out your grandma is Julie Andrews, who teaches you to suit your Yakuza prince. Oh my god. What about a Yakuza prince? You know, that would also happen. I found out I do now have ties to them, so...
Oh, really?
I'm not explaining that story, because I never want this to be found out ever, but... I'll talk about it lightly enough to be like, oh yeah, that was a thing that happened once. But it's like the old school, so it doesn't really count.
Right.
Who else but Julia?
There's a lot of things that I just know how to do for no reason.
Yeah, I get that. Loading dirt. Loading in dirt. I probably did too much too fast while it was still waiting for you to load in, and then it was like, I don't know.
That's never been a problem, ever.
I don't know. It's probably just my internet.
I think your internet is just being sassy today.
My internet's just being a sass pot for whatever reason.
It was giving you troubles with your upload too, right?
It was. That upload took forever. But then I also had a bunch of work pop up today too. Life
Right.
of a freelancer, baby. It's constant. You never know what's gonna happen. I had to like book a flight today because I was supposed to go to an event before that I didn't end up going to. So then I had like flight credit and needed to book the flight through another. It was a lot. Yeah. So,
Yeah?
and like 12 other things. So, I'll let you in. Come on in there, buddy. We gotta clean this workshop and get ready for December. Now I'm imagining the Japanese version of the Russian Mafia stand-up comedy story. Oh, God. I wouldn't be the machine. What would I be? Something else. How do I put this down? X, C, escape. No. F, E. How do I put this down? Help. Not.
Can't.
Whatever.
You've picked it up, you have to place it somewhere now.
I did, and I put it back on the floor. It's not where I wanted it to be, but that's fine. How much dirt you loading there, bud? Bunch? How's the dirtening?
The dirgening?
The dirtening.
Now I have to download 2.34 megabytes! How is it dirtier when we've cleaned half the level?
Well, it had to think about it. So, like, crowd laughing, Caitlyn and Julia as in filmed in front of a live studio audiences. You know, that, if I found out that my life was like that, what was it, the Truman Show or something, I kind of wouldn't be surprised. At this point, I kind of wouldn't be surprised with the things that have happened. Buddy old pal.
One more megabyte to go!
All right. That's my favorite one. Did you watch Reboot before?
No, what's that?
It's a show about robot internet people. And Megabyte was one of the villains. Kind of.
Kind of.
Kind of. I don't know. Television was weird at that time. People were villains, then they weren't villains, and they were villains, and a lot happened. A lot happened.
Okay, we've downloaded the dirt, now we're loading the dirt.
All right.
Maybe I'll make it in.
Oh,
Here I
I heard it. All right, there she is.
Back to cleaning this wall.
I gotta finish that candy cane. I don't know why, but like this round of power wash, I'm like, I don't really want to step on the dirt. I feel like if I step on the dirt, that's gonna cause problems in some way, shape, or form. Even though it won't. I'm thinking of Viscera cleanup.
I was gonna say your brain must be in Viscera mode because in
It totally
Viscera
is.
cleanup detail, you will track footprints all over the place
It's
and
true.
make everything dirtier.
With blood, yes. I
And
remember.
they don't do that in Power Wash, thankfully.
I think
Remember
some.
when we tried to play Viscera after we had played Power Wash a bunch and then immediately like quit because
Yeah.
we were used to being able to jump really high and stuff and we weren't allowed to.
And we got
anymore.
really mad, and I was like, I don't want to do this now.
Yeah.
You're like, this isn't fun. I want to go
We're
home.
just like, never mind.
I want to go home. I don't want to do this anymore. What did I see? I think some scientists think we're actually in a computer simulation, which is kind of scary, to be honest. Why? Why is that scary?
To just realize that maybe none of your life matters and everything is fake and it's just some kind of weird simulation for unknown purposes.
I mean, is that not just as scary as just being alive in general?
No, because the problem is your life is in your own hands. So it feels like you have, control over yourself, but, what if you don't? What if everything is meaningless?
Then I guess it is. I don't know. That doesn't really bother me.
Doesn't really bother me either.
I don't feel challenged by it. I make plenty of decisions about my life that I feel they are mine. So, I don't feel threatened by that, maybe? I don't know. What about it scares you? I want to know. Oh, I'm stepping on the dirty stuff. Look. Don't like it.
I wonder if it's because I told you that it might be ice cream.
Yeah, I think so. I think I don't want my feet to be sticky. Reboot was very good, yes. Remember the same people who did Beast Wars. Weast Boars?
Weast Boars.
Weast Boars. Someone else who
Weast.
enjoys whatever my life is.
Oh, we were in the middle of the SpongeBob levels. That's what we were doing last time.
Oh, that's right. We'll finish it next time, I think.
Weast.
Weast. Why can't I jump? Okay, that's why. I was stuck. I make plenty of decisions about my life. All of them horrible. Oh boy. Better decisions, friends. Better decisions.
Maybe.
Well, you cannot make them, but that will negatively affect your life. Why wouldn't you want them? Ugh, the dingage. It is good. Wait. Oh man, these little presents are kind of hard to... Oop, but I also have the longest one you can possibly be using.
Yeah, that's not helpful. You gotta be like
That's
right
not
up in
helpful.
there. Right up in those crevices.
I like to put on one nozzle and not think anymore, so that's not super helpful.
I know there's like a quick menu.
There is. I open it, I change them out, I just get lazy. Some things we get lazy about sometimes, and that's one of them for me. For a second, I thought this was a Grinch video game, and I wanted to sing, "You're a mean one, Miss Caitlyn." Wheat spores. Everything is meaningless, and what's the point of worrying about it? That's true. Why worry? Just have a good time. You know,
Good
not
time.
like
Having a good time.
full crazy, like spend all your life savings crazy, have a good time, but don't shy away from good experiences, I think is what I mean. Or experimenting a little. I think that's fine. Ugh, this chair. I'm glad I'm cleaning it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Mm. Beautiful. Delicious. Free of ice cream. Ugh. I hope it's not real. Please
mean,
don't
it
be
was-
real.
In the scheme of things, Caitlin, it's not. It's pixels on a screen.
I know, but someone made it with their hard-earned time with which they are alive.
Why is it hard earned?
Because you had to keep yourself alive for that long. Through making a video game. That's hard.
You know, that's true. That is really hard.
Hard-earned time. I think it's appropriate.
I wasn't thinking about it in that context, though. I thought you were just saying in general, this person, like, struggled to keep themselves alive, period.
We don't know. Maybe they did. And maybe that was something that fell out of my mouth and then I had to justify it. Don't laugh. I'm... Oh.
You can't tell me to not laugh while you're laughing.
Shush it. Dustin Kenji, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Caitlyn and Julia, even if this is a simulation, you're both cool. As are the bosom buddies. Keep being you. Thank you. You too. I really am going to try and stream more this year, y'all. Thus far, the plan is to be 1 to 3 Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If entertainment industry work doesn't take my life away, which today it took it away, which is why I started at like 4 or something. 4:30.
4:40
So
probably.
yeah, so that's the plan. Obviously keep an eye on socials and Discord and stuff, because that's gonna be where if I go live, you'll know it's there, and if I'm quiet, that means I got so busy that I can't do it. But hopefully I'll get to, because I've been enjoying it.
We're just gonna focus on having Caitlin do it when she can.
Yes.
As much as possible, and beyond that, trying not to think about it too much.
Yes. Because I really do like streaming and hanging with y'all. But I'm trying to run like 4 careers at once, so I have to be diligent in my time management, which is hard.
Again, too, like, a lot of it is things that are totally not in your control or decision of when things happen.
Oh my gosh, no, never. That's just part of it, though. And to make a full circle here, that's part of why I was so into making my toleration lists and stuff. Because all these little things that I didn't deal with and whatnot got in the way of me being able to take on other opportunities. So if I had to worry about things that I was tolerating at home, then they would trip me up if I had something come up and I'm like, oh, I really want to do that, but there are these 6 things that aren't done that get in the way of me doing that. If your laundry's not done, you can't go to an audition in the clothes you need for your audition. That kind of thing. Anyway. Man, we are really decimating this room.
Yes. It is so much faster with 2 people.
Yo, by long shot. And thank goodness, because I just saw that it's already like 6:09.
Yep.
Ah, it's nice to play games though.
I know. I found this new one that I've been having fun with.
Oh yeah?
Which was a game that I was playing before this, which is why my controls in my head were all messed up. And I posted about it in one of my Discord groups because there's a bunch of friends where I'm like, this is definitely the kind of thing that would be their cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of them was like, looked it up, I guess, and they're like, oh, it started as a Skyrim mod, and I was like,
oh, of course it did. That's why you like it.
I didn't know that, but that immediately makes sense.
Yes.
All right.
Wait, so what is it?
It's called The Forgotten City.
Okay.
It's like, it's not supposed to be a spooky game, but there is, like, spookiness to it.
Elements of spook.
Yeah, just, like, the concept in general, and especially, like, when I started, I was like, oh god, I thought this wasn't supposed to be a horror game. What have I done?
Oh boy.
But it's been okay.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't anything like I thought it was gonna... It was what I thought it was gonna be when I bought it, and not what I thought it was gonna be when I actually started playing it.
Oh, okay.
Thankfully.
That sounds positive?
But yeah, if you like time loop kind of stuff, if you like mystery puzzle kind of stuff, if you liked Return of the Obra Dinn, you would probably really like it. Although I will say, and I'm just gonna spoil this because it was something that freaked me out.
Spoilers incoming.
It's not really a spoiler, but it's just like giving away what the thing that scared me was. If you have like an issue with like moving mannequin type stuff, it's that.
Oh,
like,
yeah, I'm out. I'm out.
But it's not literally that they start, like, they kind of move, but they don't ever chase you. It's literally just, like, there's these golden statues of people littered everywhere. And they always turn to look at you.
No, I think I'm okay.
Because,
I'm good.
And again, this isn't really a spoiler because they even show it in the trailer and everything on the Steam page, but, like, surprise, they're people. So they're just frozen and they can't move, but they can look at you somehow, so that's creepy and gross. But yeah, like, so when I'm first walking into the start of the game, and you're like walking down this hallway with that's like lined with like statues and recesses in the wall, and you hear like little creak noises when their heads turn.
Ugh.
But I had my volume turned down because I was watching AGDQ at the same time.
Oh gosh.
So I didn't hear the creak noise. I just happened to turn around and saw that the statues were looking at me, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh god.
Oh fuck, what have I done? This is not what I thought it wasn't supposed to be a horror game. So then I freaked out, and then I was like, oh god, oh god, oh god. And then I started to get less freaked out, because then I realized that if they didn't properly calculate for when you're quote-unquote when the statues are out of your view. So if you are close enough to, like, turned away from them, but you can still see them in frame, you can see their heads turn.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow that makes it a little less spooky. And I was like, okay, like, so then I'm, like, walking down this hallway, and I was like, okay, like, they're not actually moving, they're just looking at me. I think it'll be okay. And then I got to the part towards the end where, like, the game's really gonna start. And there's more, it turns less into they're in recesses in the wall and they're just kind of scattered about along your pathway in front of you, like frozen mid-motion kind of stuff. And so, and then I heard a clatter, and one of them was suddenly, like, on the floor, and I was like, fuck, no, they're gonna move, oh shit, no, I'm in trouble, this is not what I wanted from this game. So then I panicked. But then I realized that was my own fault, that in that section you can knock them over.
Oh no.
So I scared myself.
Oh, well, you played yourself. Silly.
And having a good time. It's quite interesting.
Huh. Dang, that is creepy. Okay, no moving dolls. If a doll moves, I am running over it with my car. I mean, fair though, honestly. I probably would too. Wow.
But yeah, it has a little bit of a spooky atmosphere, but not really. It's just...
Oh! No!
Just, if you're sensitive about that thing in general, you probably won't feel good the whole time, because they're literally, the whole game, they're just everywhere, all the time.
Yeah, I wouldn't, I don't think I'd be about that.
But yeah, that's why I compare it to Operdin, because it's the same thing where, like, technically it's just a walk around mystery dialogue. You're figuring out what's happening.
Rest and power wash.
But also Operdin didn't have things literally moving around you. Everything was frozen in time, so that wasn't scary. Like, there were scary things, but you didn't feel in danger because nothing was moving around you. But
you want to know?
The mannequin heads do swivel and watch you all the time. So.
Want to know what game I've been addicted to lately, mobile-wise?
Yeah.
That stupid whiteout survival game.
I don't know what that is.
They put ads for it freaking everywhere, and it's really addictive. It's like Cookie Run Kingdom level addictive.
Oh, yeah?
I don't spend money on games, but they give you so many little, like, things to do so constantly that, like, you can be on your phone for hours making progress.
That sounds about right.
Yes. And, I've spent a lot of time on it. But it is nice that it's, like, I'm getting it to the point where I can, like, turn it on and leave it alone for, like, I can play it for, like, 5 or 10 minutes and then leave it alone for a long time and then not care. I kind of wanted to download, like, Genshin and start playing it on my phone. Like, some of the games I'm actually freaking in.
Yeah.
But I also downloaded the Magic the Gathering game so that I can learn cards a little bit more.
Gotcha.
But that takes... I haven't really played any, like... Because you're playing one that's like a story game, right? Like you move through
Yes.
it kind of a thing?
Yes.
Mine are always top-down.
First-person 3D.
Yeah. I always do top-down because it's like... I don't know. Usually if there's a full-on story, I get too sucked in and then I can't stop. But for those things that have, like, timers and are... Honestly, just farming sim games. It's a lot of farming sim games. I think it's just because my brain likes I'm keeping track of 500 things at once, for whatever reason. Like, I don't have enough of that in my normal life. But I want to expand my mobile game playing more this year. To not just that. I did add you in the game, right? You're loading dirt?
Yeah, I'm loading. I'm downloading the dirt still,
Loading the dirt.
and then I'll load the dirt.
Then you'll load the dirt. Good lord. What a dirty game. Saying it like that doesn't help.
You say that, it
I
just
know.
makes me want to watch Black Books again.
Black Books.
Yes.
Is that the bookstore British comedy thing?
Yes.
Yes, okay. That's what I thought.
Really good show. Highly
Yes,
recommend.
it is very funny.
It has, what's his name, where he always ends up doing stuff with Simon Pegg and the other guy, I can never remember his name.
Nick
The
Frost?
chubby. Yes. I always know it's Nick something, but I can never remember his last
We're
name.
in a Christmas episode. Frost? No?
I'm really terrible with names.
That's
Caitlyn.
okay. I am too. I literally told someone last night, y'all, okay, I don't mind telling the story because it doesn't impact anything about their life. But I didn't realize that I was talking to the voice actor for Lucio from Overwatch last night. I talked to him for like 2 hours and I had no idea that it was him. And it wasn't until he told me about the videos that he made with a bunch of different voice actors. And then he was like, yeah, and then Blizzard retweeted it, and it was just crazy. Everyone really loved him. And I was like, wait, who did you play at Overwatch? And he was like, oh, it was Lucio. And I was like, oh, huh. So I watched those.
It was funny too, because Caitlyn was so rattled by it. She called me immediately when she was on her way home. She texted me. She was like, so I'm still out because we had come up. Well, Caitlyn was telling me her plan of this is gonna be my schedule for the night and everything's gonna be smooth and fine and
I'm
great.
gonna be on top of it. And then I was like, but I'm probably gonna get sucked into the conversation because I'm probably gonna meet people who are really cool and really nice, and then I won't leave. And that's exactly what happened. Whoa.
Yeah. So, whoa.
Sorry, I had an alarm go off because it's like, hey, you got 10 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, you set an alarm for yourself.
Yes, I did.
But yeah, so then she sent me a message at like, I don't know what time. It was like, so I'm still out. I need to call you. And then just didn't even give me time to respond before she called me. It was like, oh my god, Julia, I just had.
Yes.
I'm so dumb.
But yes, it was quite a shock for me. So that was just a very interesting thing that happened last night. But that kind of stuff just happens at random. And I was very tired because it had been a long day, so I just didn't even... And it was dark, so I didn't recognize his face. But I'm really bad with names, so that was one of those things where I was like, oh, I actually already knew your name. I just didn't know that I knew your name because I forgot it, and now I know it. But that was part of what he and I were talking about last night. Cause yeah, that was a new interesting experience where I didn't realize that I was talking to someone that I had like seen them before. But yeah, just accidentally met a person who plays a famous character. Hey, that kind of stuff happens quite a bit actually. Cause the same thing happened. I still haven't found a photo from the event, but I was a finalist in a audio description competition, and so I ended up getting invited to this convention and being a finalist that went up on stage and did some audio description stuff. And I ended up, for whatever reason, I ended up hanging out with this dude that I had lunch with, and it was Jameson Price, who is like a decently well-known VO dude who's done a whole bunch of stuff, which of course in this moment I can't remember, but when he told me what it was, I was like, oh man, nice. That's awesome. But I feel like meeting quote-unquote famous people just happens a lot when you both live and work in LA.
Yes.
Because that's just where people are. So you're gonna come across them in day-to-day life and stuff.
Well, and again, too, like, even if you're at different, like, levels of your career, like, there's still places that you're gonna end up overlapping without even realizing it.
Oh, yeah. And it's always nice when people are really cool, because Johnny is his name, Johnny Cruz. He was really cool. He was a really nice person, and we were chatting for like literally 2 hours before he told me anything about his work. And then when he told me who he played and stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, that's freaking awesome. Like, yay. I'm happy that you're a nice, cool person who really cares about, you know, the art and the craft and all of the things that you would hope people care about in this field of work. My aunt had a fangirl meltdown in Jason Mimosa's arms one time. Wait, what?
Did you just call him Jason Mimosa?
Did I?
I think you did.
I did. It's because they put Momoas, and I tried to correct it, because I usually try and autocorrect when people mistype things, but my brain said Mimosas. What is his actual last name? I can't remember it. This is me with names right now.
I think it's just Momoa.
Momoa. Momoa! Oh! Dustin Jakinji, thank you for the 100 bits. I started working with a friend on a project, and he said something very funny when I asked him what inspired him to write a story. He said, "This isn't my story. The story was always there, and I'm just the one bringing it to life." And I thought, that is a unique way to be writing. Keep in mind, he had like 3 hours of sleep. Yeah, well, that's true, though.
That's about right. For all facets of that.
Yeah, not wrong. Oh man, Julia, we got 6 minutes.
I know, and we're not gonna get even close to being done.
I believe in us. We're 83%.
No.
I believe.
Caitlyn, you don't understand. I have to do these sleigh rails, and it's so painful because why is there dirt under the sleigh skis that I can't get to?
I believe in us.
Literally, this was the last thing that I had to clean when I was doing it by myself, and I was here for like 15 minutes trying to be like, where? Fucking where?
I believe in us. You're like, Caitlyn, that's super not happening, and I know it's not.
There's so much dirt.
I know.
And there's so many annoying crevices I've ignored.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I just haven't even touched any, like this orb, I haven't even started. Any cleaning that's done on this orb is just collateral.
Did you hear all
damage
those
from
dings
cleaning
though?
other
You hear all those dings? You hear all those dings? They were dinging. I heard some dingity dings.
Yeah, but look at everything else.
I think
There's
it's
like
possible.
A presents.
I think
There's
in
these
5
individual
minutes.
bells on the sleigh that I have to wash, and the lantern, and the things holding the lanterns, and the things that are attaching the lantern holders to the sleigh.
I think we can do it. I think in the next 5 minutes, we're going to accomplish everything we've ever dreamed of. I think we got this on lock, you know? Look at all these presents. I'm getting them all clean.
But the corner
What about
crevice,
it?
you have to get all up in there.
Yeah, I know. Look at me go. Watch me go. Cleaning. Getting it. Understanding.
None of them are dinging.
The perspective. Shush. Shush. I'm still working on it. You can't rush an artist. This is my art.
Please, just...
Yeah.
I hate these skis, like the sleigh tracks. They're so frustrating.
Not great.
Where is your dirt?
You hear that? You hear those? You hear these? You get a little of that? Eh? That only took me 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Ooh. Rocky montage plays triumphantly in the background as Caitlyn cleans passionately. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna... Okay, Julia, don't let me forget this. The next time I come back, I'm gonna, like, title the stream, like, Christmas Honk of Shame or something.
Honk of shame?
Yeah,
what
I don't
is
know.
That?
I don't know, it's gonna... When we end, maybe I'll find a goose effect and play it, and it'll just be the Christmas Honk of Shame that I didn't finish it in 5 minutes, which was absolutely impossible.
There was no way we were gonna finish this level in this stream today.
Julia, That's
I'm
quitter talk.
actually impressed. I'm actually impressed that we got as far as we did.
That's just
Especially with as many internet drops as has happened.
I'm hearing quitter talk right now.
That's realism talk because you said there's a hard cutoff today.
There is a hard cutoff. And it's in 2 minutes. It's because I have a class tonight, so I have to go. And I have so much. I have a photo shoot this weekend, and I've got work all day the next 2 days. Yeah, so I have to be very fastidious with my time right now. Of course, when I'm like, no, I
clean the
wanna.
floor because it was gross, but then you decided that a lot of these chunks were just fine.
Yeah. Yeah, is that okay?
I got it, don't worry.
I feel like you're saying that it's not.
No, just
No.
you seemed so fixated on the floor being gross, and then you only cleaned like half the floor.
Well, then I saw the socks, and I got kind of worried about them. You know? So I, like, really wanted to check that out. See what that was about. Maybe care about that for a little too long. You know? You know how it is?
Right.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah. See, I'm dinging. Look at these socks. They're so clean. These clean socks. These socks are so clean. Marry soulmate or have experience and marry later. Wait, what? Like a shoe? Soulmate?
Caitlyn.
What? What?
Why are you punning?
Because I can. Because we're not gonna finish this room and I'm sad.
Okay, let's be honest. Most of the times, we
Yeah.
never finish in the time that you have said that you have to cut off stream.
I know, and then I always
and then
go like
you
an
just
hour
extend
late.
it until we do finish.
I know.
And you can't this time.
I can't.
So
And I can't. Oh.
you've got like 20 or 30 seconds.
Oh my god. You know what though? It still looks better than it did. And Santa can't be that mad about it. Cause like Christmas is over. Sad as that is
And
to
6:30.
say. Ah, fine. Alright. Yeah. Oh. You know what though? It's gonna be great
Yeah.
when we finish this. For realsies.
Yeah.
Bad pun, 20 minutes in the box. Oh wow, I left Chrome open the whole time.
Caitlyn! Maybe that's why your internet kept dropping.
No! No! That can't be it! It has to be other things that aren't that.
Uh-huh, like what?
Something else that's not that. Like I said.
Not Chrome that uses like 50% of your computer's resources for no reason?
Thanks for the 100 bits, Dustin and Chikenji. Well, this is why the save button was invented, for situations like this. The stream totally did just freeze, I'm sure. Okay, well, I do actually have to go for realsies. And Julia!
What? It's just the floor. You can keep talking while you sign off. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Alright. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go get ready for a class. Cause if I don't eat dinner now, it's gonna be hard to eat dinner at all. Mitchell DP3, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Happy 37 months! Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Christmas time in January. Happy New Year! We'll celebrate the New Year on a different stream at some point. Your computer is screaming, "What do you want me to do, damn it?" At you, I know. Sorry. Okay, let's see.
Where are we going?
I think, well, Nick is doing some Baldur's Gate 3. Are they feeling Baldur's Gate 3 right now? I feel like high under the TNT. Thought he was like 50. What? No. Alright, let's do Lanny Pator because I got to go. It's all caps because I forgot to hit other buttons.
Hey, the name spelling, it still knows where you're going, so that's the important thing.
We have to say Merry Christmas.
Yes.
That's
'Cause it's Christmas right now.
what we're saying. All right.
Mary Chrysler.
Think I'll be back Friday night. It would be late. Probably some Valheim with Arkoff and Bob and maybe Lanny. because I have to work for the next 2 days. So, uh, excuse me. Thank you for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves in the meantime. Eat good food, drink water, and get proper rest. Okay? Thanks.
Hey, bye.
All right. Bye, everybody. See you next time. Bye.